So Elon Musk is to quit California. His companies like X, Twitter, and SpaceX, which receives quite a lot in the way of taxpayer support in the United States of America, but also has a lot of private enterprise through setting it up as a private company. And it does a lot better than NASA in a lot of ways, actually, having more flexibility and maneuverability through the virtue of being a private enterprise instead of being state-owned. And, well, politicians aren't involved. That might help. And he's going to set up a new headquarters in Texas as he's criticised a bill in California which ensures schools cannot disclose people's gender identities to their parents. Now, that to me is a breach of parental rights. But Chloe, I wonder if we need to be a bit more, I know he's a billionaire, so this is quite hard to quantify, but do we all need to be a bit more Elon Musk and start sort of fighting back with our wallets?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, often in politics, especially in America, decisions are made where the money goes. So Elon Musk pulling his businesses out of California, hence depriving them of that business and that tax revenue in the state of California, I think is a very, very bold thing to do. And, I'm very proud of him for doing that. Some people will say, oh, there are incentives other than this. Elon Musk has said that this is the final straw of a bunch of different laws that California has brought in, including ridiculous tax laws. So yes, there may be a financial incentive for him to move. But at the end of the day, Elon Musk, I think that, especially with him buying X and now this, he does really think with his heart, not just what's good for his business. And this is quite close to home for him because a lot of people don't know, because this hasn't been super public, but Elon Musk had a son called Xavier, and Xavier, as soon as he turned 18, changed his name to Vivian, now identifies as a girl, has changed his surname as well, doesn't want it Musk, and has said, I don't want anything to do with my father, he's transphobic, and he's now estranged from his child, very, very sadly. And Elon Musk says that what happened to his child is as a consequence of this Marxism that runs rife in the schooling system in California. So hence I can understand why he's really, really angry about this. And this isn't the only woke law about gender that has come out in California. Last year, I don't think it got enough press, to be honest. California, they passed a law saying that will have to take into consideration whether parents affirm their child's gender or not when deciding who gets custody of a child. So essentially, you could lose custody of your child, and that includes losing custody of your child to the state. A child can be handed over to the government if you do not affirm their gender. And that is absolutely terrifying. What on earth is going on in California? And it's important to note that the governor of California is Gavin Newsom, who a lot of people are talking about as a potential candidate to replace Joe Biden if they manage to get rid of him. He's not going to be great for America either. So we've got to pray that whatever the Democrat candidate is, that we still end up with Trump at the end of the day.
And on that point, Alex, Musk has also donated $45 million. Million? Do I mean million?
Million a month.
$45 million a month to a new pro-Trump super PAC, which is a political action committee, which organises funding for candidates. And that's quite a significant sum of money. He's putting his money where his mouth is once again.
Yeah, well, he's a man of his action, isn't he? He doesn't mince his words. He says them as it is, and it's one of the reasons why he's so popular and such a great role model to so many people. You get a lot of these sort of globalist leaders like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, who very much peddle this secret agenda through their actions too, but they keep their mouth shut as they do it. Elon Musk says what he thinks. And I think he's a hero he's probably one of the last remaining heroes in the corporate world. And I'm so glad he's the richest man in the world, because it makes him very hard to take down, which is great. But, the good thing about America, and this is where America's got things very right, is that you can just move state if you don't like what they're doing there. And we've seen millions of people leave California and other failing states to go to Republican ones, like Texas and Florida have been very, very popular lately. we don't have that system in our country. We only have one tax band, one government,
Yes.
and therefore it makes it very hard to move your money and put your money where your mouth is
I
without
don't know,
leaving the
Scotland, for
country.
instance.
Well, Scotland is a good example of that, but again, it's unfortunately got a higher tax rate and more lefties up there than we do down here. So you are really spoiled for choice in this country as to where you can go to escape socialism. And I think that's why we're seeing so many wealthy people in our country leave to go to places like Dubai, even though I don't necessarily agree with the values of those people in Dubai, but they take their money there. And of course, Australia as well. We're seeing the rich and right leave this country at a rapid pace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Elon Musk, he also donated $100,000 to the family of the father who was sadly killed at the Trump
that's
rally, which was
amazing.
very, very kind of him. Yeah,
I
there are a
didn't
lot of
know
people
that.
who've been chipping into a fundraiser and raising money for the family, which is really nice to see. And it's nice to see, how the right versus how the left have responded to what happened at the Trump rally. The right, you've just seen, everyone sending their prayers, being incredibly kind and considerate to the families of the people that sadly passed away. And I've been really impressed with the way that the right have responded to this. But the left, on the other hand, you've got all these lefty TikTokers everywhere saying, oh my God, what a shame the shooter missed. And I was absolutely disgusted yesterday when I saw this streamer celebrating the death of the firefighter. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, I just struggle to think how any sane human being can say such a thing.
Yeah. Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.